Hi, thank you for joining me for your March 2018 forecast for the month. There's so much going on. I'm using a new deck again. It's the Mythical Goddess Tarot by Catherine Skaggs and Sage Holloway. It's beautiful, and I'm resonating with the imagery. I'm connecting with the imagery, which is resonating with me. So let's start the month similar to January. We have a full moon on the 1st, as well as a full moon on the 31st. And our full moon is also at 11 degrees, which it was in January. So in the sign of Virgo, though. So your 9th house has some closure to it right at the beginning of March. And this could be a return from a foreign trip. This could be the end of some form of study or certification that you've been going through. This could also be where your awareness is that something needs to be seen in your belief system, in your politics, in your philosophies, your religion, your metaphysical experiences. And on the 31st, the full blue moon will be at 10 degrees of Libra in the career sector, and feeling a sense of completion in, I think, certification and what you've needed in order to advance yourself up the ladder in your status, in how you hold yourself in terms of career, in the limelight, in your sector of recognition. On the 6th, Mercury and Venus enter Aries. So this gives energy to the 4th house of home and environment. And Mercury will be here direct through the 22nd, and then he retrogrades at 16 degrees of Aries, back through 4 degrees of Aries until April 15th. So it's important to handle the tax stuff, the things that we kind of procrastinate on each year. Since Mercury's retrograde will basically be lasting up until the deadline of tax day, it's important to handle shared resources, money, details, and the analysis of your budget prior to the 22nd is what I'm recommending. Venus here in the 4th house wants to see you aesthetically comfortable in your home environment, decorating, even just rearranging and cleaning and making everything harmonious and effortless in the personal space that you live in. Jupiter is also retrograding on the 8th of March at 23 degrees of Scorpio, back through 13 degrees of Scorpio, in the 11th house of where you are social through July 10th. So Jupiter tends to retrograde longer, and he does so every year. But he's not always in the same sector each year. He changes it up. So your benevolence that's been occurring in how you are connecting with friends, groups, and organizations, it slows down a little bit, but not enough to be detrimental to the area. Jupiter is a grand prosperity and abundance, regardless of direct or retrograde. It's just maybe a slower disbursement of energy here in the sign of Scorpio for that 4-month period of time. On the same day we have our new moon on St. Patrick's Day. The new moon is at 26 degrees of Pisces in the communication sector for you, Capricorn. But that's the same day that Mars moves into your sign through May 16th. And the new moon is working with Mars. And this is a sextile energy. It's one sign away from each other. It's forming the 60-degree sextile. That's harmoniously filtering energy in between the 1st and 3rd house for Capricorn. And it's how you are expressing yourself. It's the energy you hold. You are driven. You are on fire right now. And I think this is what Capricorn needs. You've had some heavy weights in your sector with Pluto and Saturn there, but here comes Mars. And this is the month, the top of the month, the first 3 weeks to tend to all things related to physical health and body. So with Mars here in this sector, you focus on physical activity and taking care of the body, but you also become more physical in the bedroom. This is a sexual activity. It's a feistiness. Watch your aggression and your tone at this time, because you could come across harsh. You could deliver a message very sharply and have people wondering how you are expressing yourself because of the third and first house working so closely together here. But I feel like this is overall very beneficial for Capricorn in gaining some direction of how you could market yourself, of attaining clients and the contacts that you need to elevate your life and the direction of your path. Now we have our vernal equinox on the 20th of March, and this is usually a time of action, the cardinal ingress. But then 2 days later is when Mercury retrogrades. So it is a time of action, but it's also a time to be aware that things don't have to happen as quickly just because it's a time of action. There is the fourth house activated when the sun enters Aries, the cardinal ingress, the time to see seeds flourish and blossom into something powerful. You could be focused around your environment now and tending to gardens, things, nature outside. Mercury retrogrades the 22nd through April 15th, and then on the 31st, Venus enters Taurus, and then there is the fifth house of romance stimulated for Capricorn. You could meet someone at the very end of the month if you're not dating someone now, or if you're not in relationship, but even if you are, you could still meet somebody. And then it becomes decision time. And the same day that Venus moves into Taurus is the same day we have our second full moon of the month at 10 degrees of Libra in the 10th house of career. So strongly following January's theme is this blue moon energy, the second chance at release, and even the second chance at renewal. Let's see what's here in the tarot for you. I'm excited to read the cards. I wanted to let you know a little bit about my special, which is a spring special. I will be increasing my readings on the first day of spring just a little bit because there is some increase in fees for me. But prior to the 20th, so from the 1st of March through the 19th of March, I'm offering a special for my hour reading. It would only cost the rate of a 45-minute session. So if you've never received an Astro Tarot session reading with me for an hour, it's now only $125 as opposed to $160. So that's my offering for you this month, and that's from the 1st until the 19th. And make sure you check your sun sign for your horoscopes here and your rising sign as well as your moon sign to get a full dose of the cosmos. And if you're interested, the VIMEO March medium messages are now up for your view. It's a 10 to 15 minute tarot reading that I do focus strictly on the cards, and the links are below in the show more section. So Capricorn, your first card for the month. The Six of Wands, the Six of Fire, forgiveness. The Six of Wands is the card of victory, accolades, accomplishment, reward, and award. Attaining your goals. It's the card of the prodigal son returning home and showcasing what he's done. So there is something in a way in how you are expressing yourself. I swear Mercury is retrograde right now. That is showing some strength, some fire. You have something to share with others now. You might have gotten your certification. You are at a level now where you are rewarded. Ooh, I love this card. I have to showcase this on Instagram. Okay, this is the card of justice. It says Crow Woman, Sacred Law. But this is the major arcana card of justice. I see the sign of Libra in the corner. I also know that the 8th major arcana card is the justice card. So look at this card. This is really sexy. I love this. Things need to be fair. Things need to be balanced. And talk about reward and award. When justice is in combination with the Six of Wands or the Chariot, it really works in your favor. So if you do have pending legal situations, the top of the month could see some closure in the 9th house of legal settlements and contracts and negotiations. This could also imply that there's a strong Libra in your life right now. And let's see what else is here, okay? The Page of Coins, the Child of Earth. This is a strong messenger card. This is a card of health and wealth, a card of financial security, and it's also a younger earth sign. It's also representing the Capricorn energy. It could be the early stages for you for earnings in a new venture, one that you just signed a contract for or made official somehow legally. Maybe you just became licensed as a business owner and you have your first client, something like that. And you're rewarded by following the steps that you need to have a business or to take charge in something creatively. You just need to follow a little bit of the steps and it can manifest. Look at that. The 8 of Coins, that is manifesting. More earth for you, Capricorn. This is going up the ladder of manifestation. This is mastering your skill set. You're no longer the apprentice at the 3 of Coins, you're the 8 of Coins. So, love it. I love that you're heading up the ladder. And the last card, wow, look at this. The Maiden of Fire. And this is similar to the Knight of Fire in the Tarot. The crone would be the king, and then there's the queen, and then there's the maiden, and then there's the child or the page. So, creativity, action, taking control, and being direct and determined. It has the sign of Aries in the corner, and we have all of this going into Aries right now, the sun and Venus and Mercury at the top of the month. This could also represent a court card, fire sign in your life, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But next to the earth cards, I feel like there is a prosperous, very energetic, creative endeavor that's occurring for Capricorn. And you might be inspired with fire. That's inspiration and stamina, keeping up with the Joneses is what I want to say. You start with fire and you end with fire. And if some of you need to forgive someone for maybe cutting you out of a business or legally screwing you over in business, it's time to forgive and start your own situation so you no longer have a crutch to say, well, things would have worked out for me if so-and-so didn't do such and such. That's actually just an excuse to begin with. You're always only in charge for your path, and things happen to reroute us, really not to take away from us. So if you want to start your own project and you want your dreams to come true, just do it. I hope this was helpful for you, Cap. I am wishing you a beautiful month of March, and thank you for your likes and subscriptions to this channel. I appreciate you. Thank you for your donations and for following me on Instagram. I'm having a lot of fun there. All of my information is below in the Show More section. Remember, Capricorn, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.